Come back eventually.
Eventually.
I hope.
One of these days.
One of these darn days. Well, we're live again.
Live. The cameras keep getting closer.
Yeah, I don't. You all cannot tell, but the camera, it's on top of us, and it's.
I can almost touch it.
Almost.
Thanks, Chris.
Almost.
Yeah, he's just trying to make us look good. I understand.
I get it, but it's a bad. I mean, it's
Not an easy job.
No.
All right.
So we don't have Ryan this week.
We don't.
But he'll be back soon.
He's at home today with a sick kid.
Yeah. We've all been there, and we'll all be there again at some point. So that's fun. That's always fun stuff. But this week's gonna be this fun week, mainly because I don't have a shitty shot.
I probably do.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah.
So does Ryan, but his counter. It just keeps going up, and he's not able to be here to take one.
Right.
He's at 11 now. I'm pretty sure he's at 6 or 7.
Let's be honest though, like we would totally accept him taking like a Snapchat and doing a shitty shot.
Absolutely.
Like he could really save himself that way.
He's not. And it's going to be
so
glorious.
We just want everyone out there not to feel bad for him when he comes back. It's not like we're picking on him, made him wait, anything like that. He each week could have just said, hey, taking my 2 shitty shots, been right up to par when he got back.
Correct. Nope. At this point, we are just counting. It's getting higher.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's great. All right. So as we get into this, this week, we'll obviously do our recap of college football, which was glorious. It was a glorious weekend to watch Bama lose. Really good. Then we'll do a little recap of NFL, which pick-wise was really good. I made a lot of money this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, it was a good weekend for a lot of bettors overall, I believe.
Yes, it was really good.
Which NFL has not been that way for bettors overall. So
nope. And I won some soccer. I'll show you guys those too. Won a little soccer too. It was a good overall week. Then we'll get into our Twitter feed this week has a lot. We have a lot in there. Like a lot. Which will highlight, some coaches' corner. It's going to be a little mix there with our news, our Twitter, and some coaches' corner because there's a lot of overlap there as well. And then we'll get into our picks.
So we're halfway into the NFL season. Yeah. We don't have to do it this week, but either this week or next week, we need to take a look at how bad some of our predictions are. Just going to throw that out. Just going to throw that out.
Our team predictions are doing really well. Okay? We know our teams. Let's say that. Right?
Right.
The playoff picks, let's do that. Let's hope that Ryan's here next week so we can really do that.
Really dive into that. That's why I was hoping he was going to be here this week for that. So
that'd be a good one. But let's
because all of our teams are
one's overachieving,
fighting for playoff spots.
Correct, which is not where we thought we would be at this point in the season.
I mean, only one of us. Well, no, I kind of undersold Dallas, but you still undersold Atlanta.
Undersold?
Yeah,
they only have 4 wins. I said it'd go over 4.5. Okay, let's wait until we get there. Should have been.
They play Carolina this week with Baker Mayfield, who plays defensive end now.
Our defensive end dropped the ball.
Well, yes,
he went full Sky Buckner Petty on us. We'll get
the Annie Agar tweet.
I got it. I got it.
Oh my gosh, so good this week again. She just nails it every week. So
glorious. Okay, anyways, college football recap. I'm actually going to start with the game of the week because it was relatively over quickly, in my opinion. Number 2 Tennessee. Well, number 1 Tennessee. Number 2. It don't matter. It was 1 versus 2. And Georgia just beat them badly. Now the score is only. I think it ended up being like a 13, 14 points. I think.
No, it was 14.
But it wasn't close.
I have a different take on this than you do.
Huh.
Do you want to finish? Do you have anything more that you want to add?
No, I mean,
do you just felt like it was just a beatdown?
Their defense dominated them. Tennessee couldn't do anything, and Georgia offensively there was a lot of people open.
Yeah. I'll start with this. Georgia, I believe Georgia was the better football team, is the better football team at this point, simply based off of experience. However, beginning of the game, Tennessee, I think it was first drive even, Hooker has I can't remember the guy's name, open down the sideline, overthrows him by a step and a half. Mm-hmm. If he hits that play, that game's completely different.
Agreed.
Because it stretches the defense, but he's too hyped up, lack of experience. You're in Athens, road game, everything starts to slowly unravel.
Yep.
First quarter, first half. Tennessee moved the ball beginning of the game, end of the game. Mm-hmm. That game had backdoor cover written all over it. And Tennessee couldn't punch the ball into the end zone. No. They couldn't make the one play or get out of their own way. Not to say, again, that Georgia wasn't going to win the game, wasn't the best team. I just don't think the gap is as large as what the game flow indicated, especially if you get those two teams on a neutral field.
Oh, I'll agree that the teams are not as far apart as that game says. No, not at all. But in that game, they got dominated, in my opinion.
Right, but they didn't get dominated like Oregon did.
No.
So
no, let's not get twisted.
As we look ahead to rankings that are coming out tonight, and stuff like that,
Tennessee's my number 2 still. Okay, I'll just put it that way. Now, you can't rank them this week as number 2.
But that's a strong statement.
But
still,
they are a solid squad. I have no qualms. They would beat Ohio State. They would beat up on some people. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in this game they got dominated.
100%.
And Georgia's defense, which is supposedly supposed to be their weakest side because of everyone leaving. Mm-hmm. Hello.
Yeah, I mean they came to play. They did exactly what I expected them to do in Georgia. Tennessee scores late. That game goes almost exactly how I anticipated as far as Georgia winning.
I really thought
Tennessee
it was
going covering.
Should have actually.
And had no business covering, but that's how.
Yeah.
I mean, they kept themselves relatively in the game, or from being completely embarrassed, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys hedged it like idiots.
Yeah.
And SEC under hit. Look at that. Okay, so Stoy made out well there.
Yeah.
Bama, LSU. So we talked about being in Death Valley, primetime, nighttime, changes the scope of this game. Mm-hmm. Do you think that followed suit? Mm-hmm. Obviously, the game says it did. Were you more shocked at how Bama came out, or were you more shocked at the fact that LSU stayed aggressive throughout that game?
Remind me, this is completely just drawn a blank, who the LSU quarterback is.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to remember the LSU's quarterback.
He's a kid. He transferred from Arizona State.
I'll look him up. Hold on.
Here's the thing. The point is him and Bryce Young have played against each other since Pop Warner. Awesome. They did a little bit of feature story on this. Basically, Bryce Young has never beat this guy in anything.
Jaden Daniels.
I was going to say JT, and I knew it wasn't JT Daniels.
Dude only has one pick on the season.
Yeah, so he's a little indecisive with the ball, uber athletic, but just like a playmaker in crunch time type of guy. Yeah. A la Bryce Young. Sure. But a little bit more of a freak athlete. In Daniels than you get in Young. So I'm watching that pregame, and then as I'm watching the game, I keep getting this feeling of there's a confidence in Daniels playing against Bryce Young, and it has nothing to do with LSU versus Alabama.
Right.
Now, obviously that they end up winning the game, so go for 2, you win the game,
Which, but 100% the right call.
After watching, so that was a great preview, for that storyline for the game, and that's kind of what the game felt like, is punch, counter punch. I love the going for 2 call with the momentum. Why not?
You're at home. It's
why not
end it?
So yeah, I mean, an instant classic of a game. Again, Alabama doing non-Alabama type of things, shooting themselves in the foot in several different ways.
We're in week 10. That is this year's Bama.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen it throughout the whole year, by the way.
Right.
They should they should have lost to Texas. Like, you're seeing there's a weakness in Bama that is coming up time and time again that we're just not used to.
Is it an experience thing? It's not I mean, you can't call it a coaching thing.
No.
You got the best college football coach of all time.
It's gotta be experience.
Just a team camaraderie for whatever reason, the way it comes together. And understand, we're talking about a missed field goal and an executed 2-point conversion from them still being undefeated here.
Correct. Not undefeated.
Yeah.
Who?
Alabama.
Oh, you're talking.
Alabama.
You went back to. I thought you were talking about this game.
Alabama misses the field goal that would have won them a game against
Correct.
Tennessee,
Right.
and then they give up the 2-point conversion.
Right. LSU.
I mean, both things, if they go the other way, which
easily
were very easily 50-50.
Absolutely.
And possibly even a little bit in Alabama's favor if you were looking at overall odds.
Right.
Everybody wants to fire Saban. Everybody wants to bury Bama. It's like, you have to understand, like, first of all, the parity of college football, but second of all, like, how close they are to being undefeated and number one in the country.
Right.
You know, based on winning a game 31-30 and beating Tennessee, you know,
Right.
whatever the field goal would have been to win that game. So, Bama's not going anywhere, folks.
No.
But yes, they did a lot of things that put themselves in a position to lose the game instead of being in the control at the end where they could win the game.
Which we're used to. We're used to being in the control
Right.
at the end. And his
Death Valley
escape,
night,
by
man.
the way, his escape.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was just a flawless play.
Yeah.
It really was. And across all, first of all, there was no one open. There was pressure, and then quarterback stream was late. We talked about it with Iowa. It's going to get broken down.
Yep.
It's just going to happen. There's no way around it. If you're covering for 8 seconds, someone will be wide open, and it was. So that was a great game. I enjoyed it a lot because I think Bama is now knocked out of the playoffs. Crazy things have to happen for them to get back in my opinion, which, hey, not off the table.
No, but I mean,
it's a lot of things that
a lot of teams have to lose, and some teams have to lose multiple games.
Correct. So don't see it, which is good to see Bama out of the playoffs.
Yep.
And we can all enjoy that. So we missed the money line.
Yeah, we all had Bama.
And then me and you both had. Wow, Ryan went 0 in that game.
Yeah, that saved me.
We took the LSU spread and we took the over. Thanks to overtime and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan didn't do well. So all in all, in the week, I went 5-1. Pretty damn solid. If you say so himself. Ryan went 2-4, and Cole split it. So shitty shot to Ryan again.
This is when I took over.
This is where you did fairly well. Okay, so our bets, right? Let's make money.
Our best bets.
Our best bets. Wow, I have to really get off the Oklahoma State train.
Yeah, we've got to abandon ship very quickly. Just throw yourself into the water. See what happens. Sharks be damned.
Oh,
Lord,
Lord,
we're going in because that ship is going down
real fast. They're at the bottom. They're at the
Yeah,
bottom. Yeah, it's
it's
sunk. So missed on that one. Ryan A&M didn't. Nope, they didn't show up either. Cole with the Wisconsin. Look at you.
No, Washington.
Sorry, I can't read.
Yeah, that's all right.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Wisconsin also won.
Yeah, so is what it is. So you got nailed that one. Spread locks. We all nailed these.
Yeah.
Syracuse, let's go. That was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, not that surprising.
No, not surprising.
All right.
Which is why I picked it.
Yeah.
Baylor plus 3.5
Same.
for Ryan, and then Penn State. That one. See, I thought that was a lot of points.
Yeah, and they won like 51-13 or something.
Wasn't
like
close.
Just ran them out of the building.
Sure did.
Yep.
Over under lock. Texas K-State. That obviously was going over 54.5.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got? Penn State,
Indiana. Sorry, you got to go clear there.
Yeah, I do. That wasn't close.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State scored, I think, 40 or 50 on their
themselves.
Own, so
yeah. And then Clemson, Notre Dame over. That was
the over.
That was going to go over.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And then I went D-Gen pick.
Domination in that
Liberty
game.
and K-State. Liberty ran them out of town. It was awesome. and then K-State dropped the ball. Otherwise, my plus 942 would have hit.
Yes. That would have been a big
And
one.
you were like, Liberty. Liberty.
They let him back in the game, though. Did you see the final?
It's Liberty. Of course they're going to let him back in the game.
I
They
mean,
can't just close it.
They were up 9, so they weren't going to get caught, but
It was awesome. Ryan, BYU.
I don't know how Boise State just win that game.
Yeah. And then your DJ pick was a lot of
misses.
Yeah, K-State, OK State, Clemson. Got Kentucky, though.
I made up for it with the
other
3.
Yeah,
So.
you did. Too bad that's our tiebreaker.
Right.
You didn't need it, though.
I didn't need it.
You didn't need it.
Didn't need it.
Didn't
it's
need
fine.
it. But all in all, really fun college football weekend.
Yeah.
Actually ended up better games overall than we anticipated going into it, with only 2 on our schedule.
Right.
So that was really good to see. Really good to see. Let me make sure I put 23 minutes. All right. What do you got? Thursday night football.
NFL. Thursday night football.
It's just not good football.
This game was actually fairly entertaining.
It was entertaining.
More competitive.
But that's what I mean, though.
Right.
It should not have been, but it was.
Yeah.
It was. Go ahead.
The Eagles, they're 13.5-point favorites on Thursday night football against the Texans. Totals 44.5. We all had the Eagles. Eagles kind of just felt like they were a cat playing with a mouse before they just bite the head off type of thing. Like, we're here on Thursday. We're going to get, we're never in serious.
Right.
Like, we're not going to lose, but it might feel like it for a little bit. But whenever we need to step on the gas, we'll do it.
Right.
I really hadn't watched the Texans this year, so
no, I
wasn't.
I'm actually surprised.
I liked some of the pieces they have.
I'm surprised they're 1-6-1.
Right. So, again, Thursday night football, kind of an anomaly. Can't read too much into it. So we all had the Eagles. We all had the Eagles covering the spread, which we missed. Both you and I had the Thursday night football under.
However,
went
to 46.
We didn't expect the Texans to be able to score
17. No,
17.
that was not on my bingo card. So Ryan hit that one. Good for him.
Yeah.
This next one, Goonlock curse.
Yeah. So Vikings, Commanders, and the Vikings should have went down and scored a touchdown and covered anyway, but
yes,
nonetheless they did not. Just an ugly game. Commanders, I didn't even feel like they were really doing anything. The Vikings were just
not doing anything.
Yeah, but that's the one thing the Vikings have done this year is they've played well in games, but even in games they haven't played well, they've battled. And you could kind of feel the surge coming from them.
Right.
Like, as soon as they scored that first touchdown, you felt like they were going to win. And they should have had another touchdown. They should have covered that 3.5. They got a couple penalties that helped them out, so they could just run the clock down and lay down for basically the last 4 minutes of the game. And so they ended up kicking a game-winning field goal as time expired, basically 10 seconds left, 12 seconds left, something like that. So they do not cover the 3.5. That's why you always get rid of that hook. So nobody got the Vikings spread, and we all had the over in a
I got to 37.
20-17 game.
Yeah.
So really, we should have been another touchdown, but again, just would have been a 23-17 game. So that game was going to stay under either way. So yeah, not great start on either one of those two games. Chargers Falcons. Wow. You fumbled another game away.
I was laughing hysterically. One, because I was laughing at the Chargers for fumbling, because they also like to fumble games away.
Yeah.
And then just flashbacks of Sky fumbling, and I'm just like, you have got to be kidding me.
The Falcons, once again, for at least 7 out of 9 games, were the better team on the field on Sunday.
Which is good.
Does that sound weird that they should? Undoubtedly, they should have 7 victories.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Like even 6 is like, oh, yeah, you could back to 6.
Right.
7? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, a lot of people are calling for Ritter already, and it's, the problem, there is a problem. Mariota cannot throw the ball more than 20 yards.
I don't understand, like, if it's his arm, like, because he's got kind of a quick release arm angle, but for whatever reason, he can't get any loft on it, so therefore it takes away all of his distance on anything deep because his trajectory is so low that the ball is only going to travel so far.
Yes, or if he does try to do it, then
it's just science, guys.
Yeah, it's just science. Science. But no. There was 2 touchdowns. He specifically missed.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Otherwise, I mean, really, we dominated the first quarter, got dominated in the second quarter, and really just had the game if we, decided to do that. We did miss a field goal, which 50-yarder, Koo usually hits those.
Yeah.
But I'll take a 50-yarder missed every now and again when, you shouldn't be doing that. But back to the fact that he dropped the ball. How do you run down the field and drop the one thing that matters? The one thing that matters.
Yeah, I got nothing for you.
I run it down with both hands. Anyways, okay, fine, whatever. You did take the Falcons to win.
I did. I had faith in your Falcons. And again, I'm still not upset. I think they're a better football team than the Chargers, in my opinion. Now the Chargers have a lot of injuries at receiver, so like that's setting them back on offense. But the Falcons, in my opinion, were the better all-around football team, and somehow found a way to lose that. So
correct. And yeah, it ended up going under.
Yeah. You and Ryan both had the over. That's one that I hit on the under, but wasn't going to be enough to save my week.
No, definitely wasn't. And then we get into some Sunday night football action. Wow.
Talking about an ugly football game.
Which is how Tennessee has to play football games.
Well, I mean, specifically with Malik Willis starting.
Yes.
He can't throw the football.
But, wow. I thought Kansas City could have. They did move the ball though. Mm-hmm. I just thought they would have scored more. I don't understand.
Yeah, they did not. Well,
they played down.
Miss a field goal, miss a PAT. Like that stuff. Just specifically in NFL games, you start doing that, and those games all of a sudden come back to being closer. You make those games, and it seems like that lead just kind of continues to expand. So that's Butker a couple weeks back from injury. I don't think his job's in danger or anything, but he needs to make the field goals and make the because they're just a team that's going to build off momentum from scoring. So you score a touchdown, you miss the PAT, and you're deflating your offense a little bit. Yeah. You have a good drive, you miss a field goal, you're going to deflate. And they were makeable. They were in his 45-yard field goal and a PAT that he missed. It wasn't 54-yarder or anything like that. So the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, Tennessee knows how to play them.
They do.
And they're very physical with them. A lot of trash talk that entire game, which was kind of fun to watch from the opening snap.
Awesome. It was awesome.
Kelsey and some of the linebackers going at it, so that's always fun. But ultimately, the better team prevailed.
Which they were going to.
You just never really felt like Kansas City was going to lose that game, but did get it all the way to overtime. And Kansas City ends up getting it done. 12.5-point favorites, though. I had them covering, and they did not. Obviously, in overtime, we all had the under, and that did hit.
Yeah. So you're the one loss there.
So I was the one loss.
Unlocked it. I'm saying.
Yep. And then last game, Monday Night Football. Last night, Ravens, Saints. Just ugly football. Really on both sides.
It wasn't going to be good football.
Ravens finally played a little defense, actually. So they scored as many points as I thought they would. I just thought the Saints would also score. I had the over, missed the over.
Roquan Smith was on a pitch count, but he's a difference maker in that defense. Mm-hmm. Whether it's confidence or his actual plays.
Which I didn't watch the whole game. Did Dalton ever get taken out of the game? Do you know?
No, I mean, they always put Tyson in for.
Right, but is Jameis still hurt?
I think so.
Okay. So, I mean, as soon as Jameis is back, Dalton had a decent couple weeks. I shouldn't say good, but.
And I would say the Saints are out of it, but they're not.
Yep.
Because the South is trash.
Right. Nobody in the South's out of it.
No.
But you guys both had, or I guess we all had Ravens and the cover at 2.5. That game felt like an easy pick overall. I had the over. You guys had the under. So 2 in a row where we could have goon locked had I not gone against the grain.
But you did.
The thing that I do like to see is we would have had 2 goon locks, but I still would have lost and had the shitty shot. So I like that.
Either way, you lost.
I like that I did what I did.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Best bets. Man, this best bets thing was really good for me. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, it was great.
Yeah.
Seattle, moneyline lock at plus 115, and we said it on the show and on our reel. That made no damn sense.
Yeah.
And boy, did they look good, and they're still hot. So, Ryan took the Jags. Hey-oh, hit it, plus 106. And, well, the Rams, talk about fumbling a ball away. Wow. They should not have lost that game.
Cooper Kupp just thought he slid.
Why?
I have no idea.
What are you doing?
He didn't. I mean, he over processed time and score.
Oh yeah, and that's what ultimately that's what lost him. There's other things that lost him that, but
like I mean, the very obvious. Well, I mean, don't even go ahead. I don't even care if you run. You can run out of bounds after the first down. If you get a first down, it just doesn't matter.
That's true. Just get the first down. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do.
Most important thing. Instead, you gave yourself 2nd and 6, which you might as well just ran the damn ball.
Right.
So it completely negated running or ridiculous. Passing. Like what? I mean, if you're gonna. So.
Which is funny because if you watch what he did there, he also went the long. Like he could have cut up.
Oh yeah.
He went all the way around to make sure that, and then stay on the sideline, and then slid. 5, 6 yards short of the first, which he could have got the first,
and 5 more yards.
Or at least tried to do it.
Like probably a move away from scoring, dare I say. Like watching Cooper Kupp moves in the NFL. I mean, it was not that he would want to have gone and scored, but
that was a
big blooper.
Yeah.
Again, other things caused that, but let's not everybody giving Tom Brady all these accolades make me want to throw up. Brady was pumped up after the game, passed 1,000,000 yards passing. All those are great things, but Tampa Bay had no business winning that game and did nothing to tell me that they're back in any way, shape, or form.
Nope, but that's what the media is going to tell you. I promise you that.
I mean, I don't want to get into it too far, but did you watch the last drive?
Mm-hmm.
The prevent defense that was being played, preventing them from winning?
Your best corner, and they were playing off 10 yards.
Off inside coverage with no timeouts?
Where do you think they're going?
The same place they went 4 times in a row right after they went down the middle for 35.
Wait, little outs to the outside to get out of bounds? Like that was...
I've never seen I don't feel like I've seen a less competitive 1-minute drive with no timeouts.
And the thing is, they have a solid front four, a very good front four.
Yeah.
You gave them 0 time.
Oh.
They couldn't have got home if they wanted to. Because Brady all had to do is catch the ball and throw it at the out.
I'm still not sure... I mean, I'm thinking about all of the plays that happened. I don't think a defensive guy for the Rams touched an offensive guy with the ball for the Bucs the entire drive.
Besides that middle.
But he slid.
No, he did slide.
He gave himself up.
He would have got touched though.
Well, maybe. Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what because we threw middle 25-yarder untouched slide. Out. Spiked it. You threw an out to Scotty Miller. We threw another out to Scotty Miller. Then you threw an out to either the back or the whoever it was, and then they threw the touchdown to the tight end. So, I mean,
bad.
Like you and I could have gone out there and done. I mean, I at least would have stood on the sideline and made him run past me for a touchdown.
I at least knew where the ball was going to go.
I'd have let him score on the first play at least.
Right.
That way I had a chance to get the ball back.
But they played that defense a lot in that game too. Where I don't know why they were not challenging. There's no in the who they were throwing to wasn't Mike Evans on the out.
No.
So go challenge the corner, make sure that the outside guys can't get those simple outs.
It didn't make any sense. I don't know.
They didn't even have outside leverage. Yeah. It was dumb. So they lost that game. That's on them.
Sorry. We side spat there.
But spread lock. Wow, the Packers are bad. The Packers are not good.
Did you see the stat? The Packers and the Eagles.
Yeah. No, I have it on our thing. Don't worry. I'm pulling.
I saw that one. Wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait. Teaser.
Bad. Yes. They're not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
They threw 2 picks from the 1-yard line.
He threw 3 picks in the red zone.
Yeah.
So
Also, I have Aaron Jones on my fantasy team. Maybe a handoff? One? Just one.
Why would you do that?
That's fine.
When the kickoff happened, they were down 40 points to start with. So why not just throw the whole time?
Wow, okay.
Right? So glad that you guys have him. Anywho, so that was poor. That was poor. And then Ryan with the Dolphins and the Bears. Wow, that
game was fun.
That game was fun. There were a lot of
32
points.
Fields and Tua looking the part.
Yeah.
Consistently putting up points for teams that everybody wanted to question those two guys. And those guys are coming to play. They're really coming.
Is Fields coming into his own?
Yeah.
You think so?
And the Bears play calling is starting to reflect that. I mean, he made 2 runs that were probably the closest thing I've seen to like Vic Lamar.
Yeah.
Just where exploding through defense and then nobody touched him. And he's just, he's a bigger guy. So when he does that, it's that much more impressive. But yeah.
So that's why the Dolphins didn't cover. Right. And then obviously you with Seattle, one of the easiest picks there is this week. However, all of us over-unders, huh?
Yeah.
Look at us. Tennessee.
Never a doubt.
Kansas for me KC with me with the under. Rams Bucks for Ryan with the under. And then you went good old Carolina Cincy with the over. And Cincy did it themselves.
All by themselves.
All by themselves. And
what did they score? 49?
48.
48. Yeah, it was 48. 10 or something like that.
48 20. 48 14. 2 touchdowns by
they scored late.
By Baker. Came in, just slang that thing.
He's gunslinging.
And then he's benched for the week too.
Gunslinging defensive
PJ Walker's back for the Thursday. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah, right.
Why would you not play your best quarter? Okay, that's fine.
I mean, who would you rather play against?
Oh, personally, PJ Walker.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not playing. I don't want to play against Mayfield.
No?
No.
All right.
No.
That's fair.
Because I know he could, at some point, just go down the field and...
Baker gets hot. Don't let Baker get hot.
Don't let him get hot.
All right. That's fair.
You know, PJ's still young. He's going to have his issues. Point case this week.
No
Can he rebound on a short week? No, I'm going to ride the quarterback that's hot.
On Thursday Night Football.
Yeah. On Thursday Night Football. It's going to be sloppy as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. My DGM pick.
Nailed it.
Nailed the parlay, baby. Seattle, Minnesota.
Yeah, should have been a 2-way.
Yep. Absolutely.
Rams gave up their Seattle Rams 379.
That should have too.
Yeah.
100% should have. And Ryan, wow. Wow.
Ryan had the Panthers. They weren't
close.
They were only 5 touchdowns away from making that happen.
5 touchdowns.
I do have the shitty shot though at 8-7 for the week. So you want to?
Oh yeah, I have the bag over here.
Pass one over there.
Please be something good.
Oh, butterscotch.
Ooh,
don't hate that.
No, oh, that's actually good. That's a win.
All right. Jump into some news. News all over the board this week.
Yeah.
Fun news.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you queue up some news while I get our Twitter feed pumping.
So we had coaching changes in the NFL that we're going to cover. We have dudes on a plane with their shirts off, and then reporters on the field with their shirts off. And just a lot going on in general from a perspective of the golf world as well.
Oh, yeah.
Which, do you want to start there?
Yeah, let's just cut to it.
Okay.
Let's just cut to it.
The match is back.
Oh, this is exciting.
Juicy.
This is real juicy.
I'll let you break it.
Man. As first reported by the Fried Egg and Golf Digest, gotta get their shout outs, confirms that Tigger and Rory are taking on Jay Spieth and Jay Thomas in a 12-hole made-for-TV match on December 10th, 7 p.m. I promise you, I'll be watching that. All of it. How juicy is this?
Oh, it's amazing. You're going to get the dialogue. Like, I I mean, obviously, we're going to watch golf swings, and there's going to be some really good golf shots hit, but the dialogue between
it's gonna be great.
These guys are
not to mention like all four of them are close friends anyway. Right. Like on top of it, but to have this pairing, old versus young. I mean, there's so many dynamics that the media can go with, in more details that we get out of it, the side bets and whatnot. But I think overall the best thing for it is it's for charity, and it's for the Hurricane Ian, I believe it is. So all the proceeds and everything are going towards those that got hurt by Hurricane Ian. So this is fantastic. And apparently Tiger's looking good. I don't know if you guys followed, but Charlie was playing this weekend looking taller, more Tiger-esque. Like he looks like Tiger.
Yeah.
And he's taller. I don't know how much taller he got over the last year and a half, but he's tall.
Well, he's also old enough now that you can tell that he's starting to, like, the working out is starting to build him into not a kid anymore.
Yeah. And it's showing.
His pre-shot routine and mannerisms are
they're Tiger.
I literally had the thought this weekend when I was watching that is that this will make losing Tiger from the tour so much easier because of the anticipation of Charlie, their relationship, which is Tiger caddying for him,
right,
and seemingly a good one. Now we hope that follow doesn't happen. It may or may not.
Right.
We all know they have enough connections that he could get somebody else on the bag.
He'll get a couple good ones.
Right. But how awesome would that be if they were able to maintain that relationship enough to where we would just transition into, once Tiger hangs it up for good, like just Tiger on the bag at Augusta with Charlie. Like that gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
And not to mention the person, Charlie, watching him is watching Tiger.
Right. So that was almost as fun for me to see as the match. Absolutely. But obviously made appointment television on December 10th for that grouping there.
Absolutely. So obviously be in that. Not news, but did you see this? This is awesome. Tennessee fans leaked Stetson Bennett's number and called him throughout the night. He said he got like 60, 70 calls and texts. So that's why he did that for the celebration. I was like, in the middle, I was like, what? Oh, call you? I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Makes way more sense. Okay. Loved that. This one's just, it's just sad. First of all, I don't know why the Canadian team's playing IMG Academy, but I don't even know how to read it correctly. It was 96-0 at halftime.
Yeah. The game didn't get called, huh?
At halftime it did. They called it.
Oh, okay.
But like, we're just gonna real quick. These are the scores. This is how they scored 96 in the first. Half of these, it doesn't even look like the other team is trying to play football. This is the best part. I'm a Cam Newton it. Never mind. I don't want to touch it. Oh, let's go ahead again. Stand around. Don't care.
So they didn't probably have even more than 200 yards of offense.
Probably not. I mean, it's the effort that kills me. Clearly, the other team's better. That guy gave some effort. But just not good. Not good. We don't need to see the whole thing because it's. I mean, look, it's the first quarter.
What's the point?
I don't know. It's just.
We gotta stop watching this for say stuff I shouldn't say.
I know. Poor high schoolers. I don't know.
I got nothing. Yeah, I got nothing else for that.
Yeah, this is a good one. Not for the Nebraska fans out there.
Phenomenal! I found this little gem.
You sure did. You can go ahead and read it then.
Every Power 5 program,
every one of them,
in football, be very clear, has been to a bowl game since 2017. So in the last 5 seasons, except for 2, Kansas and Nebraska. Guess who got their 6th win this weekend? It wasn't Nebraska.
The Jayhawks?
Yeah. So Nebraska is looking to continue the trend.
The only Power 5 team. Only one since 2017. There's only one.
baffling to me that their fan base continues to sell out games.
They have a chance. They can still win out and get in.
That's fine.
But
you want to bet a shitty shot on that?
No, absolutely not.
That's what I thought.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
However, would be funny if it came down to the Iowa game. They beat Iowa.
I mean, that'd be fun.
Because then they would probably talk this
Speaking
shit.
of Iowa, Iowa, if they win out, has a chance to be the Big Ten West champs. And that is all the further we're going with that conversation.
Yeah. No more there. No more there.
I will shout out real quick though to my boy Spencer Petras. Again, every week that he shows up and plays quarterback, I'm going to give him a little bit of a shout. Again, 2
weeks in a row.
We have, for lack of a better term, shit on him.
We have
this year, and rightfully so. He shot back at the media a little bit last couple games.
Also rightfully so.
Don't have a problem with that. Surprising because of what his mentality is and stuff like that. But just shows that they, I mean, in true Ferentz fashion, in Iowa team fashion, those guys are still grinding every day. Outside world be damned. They're going to get after it. So good for them for finally turning it around a little bit, because they were dog poo.
They were
for the first half of the season. So
dog poo. Did you check this out last night?
I did not last night, but I saw that it was coming.
I saw it this morning.
Yeah.
I mean, ours wasn't clearly that big.
It was white cool when I saw it at 5 o'clock last night, which is depressing enough in itself.
Yeah. Because it was bright moon at 5 o'clock.
Right.
Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, because it was dark at 4:47 today.
Daylight savings time. Stupid.
Lovely.
Stupid. I can't wait for it to go away.
Yeah.
All right, little college football though here. This guy, Jack Grant, don't know who you are.
Yeah.
But very real possibility that it could be Georgia number 1, Michigan 2, Oregon 3, and Tennessee 4. How do you think of that? With 3 of them losing to Georgia.
Obviously, that's a Michigan victory over Ohio State.
Which we've talked about. We can see that.
Out of the realm. Oregon running through the Pac-12.
Also not out of the realm.
Tennessee not losing another game. And Georgia running through the SEC championship unscathed. So, yeah, I mean,
it's there.
I would say one of, if there's 5 realistic possibilities left in the college football playoff.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
That's definitely not far-fetched by any means.
No, I think the hardest one is actually the Tennessee, because Georgia might, drop the SEC championship game or something.
Right.
These are getting stronger by the week. Big one for Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And, Michigan just has to beat Ohio State, which it's a plausible situation. So now this goes to the old Vikings game that probably should have covered.
Right.
Should have covered. Mainly for this scenario.
Mm-hmm. It's an interception. Oh, wait.
Okay. Taylor Higbee threw this ball to the moon. I'm thinking pick the only thing that could have happened.
He threw this ball to the free safety.
This is an interception happening no matter what.
And the ref...
Except for one issue.
The ref had the Commanders in this game.
Clearly.
I mean, where's he going?
Just don't move. Just stop.
Let the players play around you. We understand you're a part of the game.
Just turn around and look.
Yeah. If they run into you, it's going to happen. We understand that. But you cannot go dip, dodge, dive, and ducking. You are not on the dodgeball team.
Nope. And he just ran right into him. And that's a pick. Yeah. They lose this game. If I'm a Vikings fan, I'm livid. Probably still livid, but definitely one for the ages. Oh, this was great. Which there's a discussion on here I want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Thinking a game we're going to win. But Cordell Patterson's back.
Yeah.
He's back, running well. Had a 39-yarder called back, too. Why aren't you loading?
It is, just slowly.
Just when I get to the fun stuff. See, Falcons, we can't even have a video on Twitter work right.
So we can't have nice things.
All right. This angle is just ridiculous. Just, oh, man. Yep, I would have said some words, too. Okay, come on. Get me to the end zone. Come on. Yeah, Khalil Mack, it wasn't him. So I don't know. Are we still talking? All right.
So 3rd and goal from 4. Yep. So 98 has him if he runs straight. 9 has him if he runs to our right. Correct. And 52 has him if he runs to our left. And 49 has a chance to help.
This is the only place for him to go. Now, it's a quarterback read, so Khalil has to honor that.
Yep.
So speed-wise, he's going to say, I have to hit this hard because I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you tell me you did it again. Thank you. He hit it hard.
Yeah, 49 was there. And then he wasn't.
I got to see it again. That
was one of those. So, like, as a linebacker, obviously you've got your gap to fill there, right? So, like, you're getting the lineman out of the way, but like at this point, you're anticipating him trying to dodge you. And so, like, you're not bracing. No. Like, because if he goes at a shoulder or anything like that, you can kind of grab onto him. He just goes straight.
So this is
truck stick through the chest.
But this is my point, though, from a defender situation. Where's his head doing?
It's on the outside.
It doesn't matter. If I'm a defender and I hit anyone with my head like that,
well, right. I don't feel like his head's dipped that much, though. I feel like
it's dipped
to the outside. It looks like it's like he wasn't. I just don't feel like he was ready to tackle at all. Like, no, he wasn't. I don't think he dipped. I feel like he just got dipped. Like, I don't even think he got a chance to get in. Like,
my thing is this is helmet only on contact.
Yeah.
Look.
So is that targeting on the running back?
That's my point.
When he hits him, but he only hits him in the chest.
I'm against targeting. So don't get me wrong. This is great.
He hits him in the chest.
If I'm the defender, I'm pissed off. But it doesn't matter if it's in the chest or not. If you flipped these pictures, they're gonna get a flag.
Probably.
Because he's lowered his head. That's all. That's the point I'm bringing up.
Sticked him.
But I'm not. I'm just pointing it out. The rules that are out there.
But when you're the guy that's supposed to be doing the tackling, the rules are different.
The rules are definitely different. But
yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of words that were said, and I really wish
that's fine.
He was mic'd up, and we could have. That's
fine. He would have got a penalty if 3 guys wouldn't have grabbed him and let him go all the way back to that guy
absolutely.
To tell him about his mama.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, we're right here. Like, yep.
Just so many words.
Yep.
So many words. That was just great.
That was something about fluffing his pillow, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. That's why. Not so many words there.
Again, I hate showing that. I have to, though. And this is words. We'll get to the video next. The Chargers fumbled. Then Graham picked it up, then fumbled. Chargers pick it back up. Los Angeles back to the 41-yard line.
Yeah.
Here's the video. Maybe it doesn't want to show me because of the pain. Like, not the video. This is what we are all trying, like, on Twitter afterwards trying to figure out, okay? So this is Graham running. This is the 40 that the previous tweet just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
There is not, this 2 yards is closest, right? Mm-hmm. This is 2 yards. This is 2 yards. It doesn't matter.
Not to mention he's getting at least 6 or 7 more yards from right there.
From there,
and that's
only if
he just falls down, kind of.
Correct. Yeah. He's not. These aren't huge people.
Right.
He's big. Mm-hmm. He's getting 6, 7, 8 yards. Mm-hmm. Right. 38 seconds, maybe 30 seconds left. We're at the 50.
You need to get 10 yards, 15 yards.
You need to get 10 yards, 15 yards, kick a 50-something yarder, win the game, right?
Give Koo a chance.
Except for, he's tucked. It's tucked.
Yeah, it just
This is a problem. The ball's down here by his foot.
What?
Freaking ridiculous.
Did he have the Chris go on so he couldn't get blocked?
That's stupid. So, if you are a Falcons fan, there it is.
Here it is.
All right.
No, wait.
No,
this isn't it. This isn't it.
No, this is another not good one.
Right.
The Lions entered today allowing 32.1 points per game, by far the worst in the NFL. They hadn't held anyone to fewer than 24 points.
So fewer than 24 points.
Yeah. The Packers managed 9 points today and have lost 5 straight with Aaron Rodgers.
14-year record.
14-year record. This is a good one for you Wisconsin people. the Brewers have a more recent win than the Packers. I don't know if you knew this, but baseball's over. The World Series is over.
Yeah. Not only the regular season is way over.
Yep. Brewers' last win was October 4th. Packers October 2nd. So that's good.
Oh boy,
this is something else.
This is a vibe. Mind you, this is the Vikings plane ride after beating the Washington Commanders. That is the one and only Kirk D. Cousins. You like that into plane after the game.
You know what?
I thought this was a spoof video. I had to verify this like 4 different times before I actually like asked Ryan what the hell this was.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, somebody's screwing with us here.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
This is like a Kirk Cousins lookalike.
No, this is
the Vikings in the plane. Kirk has lost his shirt
and gained a lot of chains.
Which I mean, like, they're on the road. Where did the chains come from?
They wear them to the games, I bet.
I mean, but like you have to take them off when you go through airport security. Pain in the ass.
Do you think they go through airport security, or they just skip it and go to?
They're just flying. Yeah, they're probably
like we used to do when we chartered.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways,
so like, who
it would be a pain.
Are those his?
No. I don't think they're all his. He might have one, but they're his teammates around him doing exactly this for this reason. However, if he already didn't have the locker room and close with his teammates.
Oh, I mean, that locker room's close. You watch the game ball clips. Yeah. They give out like 7 game balls after every game. I love the coach there. I love their camaraderie.
That bodes
again, they
well.
haven't played well every week, and I can't wait till Ryan gets back in studio because I would like his take on this, just from what he's seen in the past to what he's seen this year. But like it's
a good feel.
The new Vikings
This is a good feel.
Like Hawkinson got a game ball and a call out after,
By the way, he played well.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to fit perfectly into that system. Like,
but something like this.
Yeah.
This.
Do we have Schefter?
I'm pretty sure we do. That's Kirk Cousins. My money.
Real quick though,
just
now 0-2 after the new Call of Duty released.
And this is like, so the other one I learned that was a spoof.
Yeah,
like his record was bad, but it wasn't that number.
Right.
We are now actually tracking.
These are factual.
Which is great. Do we not have it? Did you send it to me somewhere else?
Might have on. Oh, here we go. Breaking news from Adam Schefter.
No, this is the other.
That's the Reich.
No, I don't have it.
Anyway, we don't need the visual, but Adam Schefter, noted NFL reporter, showed up on the sidelines for NFL interviews in a
awesome.
Kirk D. Cousins plain outfit.
Yeah.
His attire matched Kirk's with a little more gold in it than silver. But yeah. So just know that happened, which is an awesome.
It's out there.
That's an awesome vibe as well.
It's out there.
But yeah, let's. What else we got here? We got.
Some quick little things. Yes. Did you see this?
Yep, sure did.
Everybody watch this back pylon.
I sent this one.
Oh, you did this one? Just watch this. Watch this.
Watch the little fat kid, little fat redhead kid running off with. So
pylon
this is the
out.
game-winning pylon from the time that LSU beat Nebraska. Or LSU beat Alabama, excuse me, and that kid is just running off with the pylon.
It's awesome. By the way, play design, how do you like it?
It's the same play that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won to win against.
I don't understand though. There's really.
So everybody was up in arms that this was the play that Notre Dame ran several years ago against Florida State, I believe. Here's the thing: the receivers in this, and you can't see it in this picture, do not block and run the routes that they're actually supposed to. This play is run to perfection. They run great rubs. They're in their routes the whole time. Their hands never come out to engage defenders. And
this is impossible.
Poor coverage as far as switching it off.
You switch it.
If you know what's going on.
You know what's going to happen. Yeah. Like, this is the thing that gets me.
Right now, that's a great angle where you had a pause there before. If you run it forward about 3 seconds.
It doesn't work all the way. Right here?
Yep. So right now you've got 1, 2, 3 receivers that are going to be in this play. You've got 1, 3, 2, 4, 6, 9.
Hold on.
Number 9, and then the other 2 guys we can't see on the outside are going to guard these 3
Just manned up
LSU receivers. However, you can already see where number 9's eyes are. They're not on the motion at all.
No, he's thinking, I pass.
Right, which is fine, but then let's communicate it. And then, so this got to go from number 9 to, I think, number 7.
He's locked in here.
Yep.
He's actually on him. So we got 2 of 3 that on pre-snap I could say eyes are correct.
But, I mean, technically all 3 are, if number 9's locked in on the middle receiver, we can't really tell for sure who he's locked in on. But he should be locked in there. Number 9 should be locked in there. And then that guy should be locked in. So, like,
because there's only
one. They might be right.
They might be right. There's only one route when you're running full speed that you can run.
Right. You're not going to cut it back inside.
Can't. Yeah, I mean, you could.
There's people in there.
Yeah. You're going to run the speed out.
Who tries to cover him?
9. Follows him all the way over. Immediately.
So just a lack of communication. You are defensively set up to cover that play.
And just they didn't talk about it.
Like, if they don't move, they're in a better position than doing what they do.
100%. Because he's beat. There's no way he is beat.
Yeah, he's got leverage.
Based on
he's
speed.
leveraged already.
Like, there's no way you're going to get
and
there.
Specifically after you get the rollout.
Yeah. Now
that's a one read throw.
Ball's late, in my opinion. Should have got to him sooner. But it doesn't matter.
All right.
But yeah, so I wanted to show that because the pylon kid, which by the way,
yes,
great pause.
And how quick.
Great pause. Oh, it was touchdown, called it, ran.
The kid had to be on the field or jumping as the ball was thrown.
He was. I think he was like a ball boy.
Oh, he was a ball boy. Okay.
Now, there is reports coming out saying that was part of their defensive plan against rushing the field. I've seen that. Now, I don't know if it's true or not.
Picking up pylons,
and then he was going to pick pylon, go to goalpost.
He was going to go take it in.
Allegedly. I
love how it looks.
I love how it looks. I think he's gone.
Yep.
This was a mind blower to me a little bit. 17
right up Falcons alley here.
Worse. I think no, it's not. I'm sure we're worse. The Raiders have blown a 17-plus point lead in franchise history 5 times since 1960 up until this season. They've done it this year 3 times.
It's such a weird thing to me because, like, I can't. Is it a coaching thing? Is it a team thing? Is it an offense? It's a defense thing. Like, their offense has talent. Their defense has some talent.
To go up 17, you have talent.
Right. In any NFL game.
So clearly coaching comes into play.
Right.
With that. But, I know I'm spending a lot of time. I told you I would because there were some things from more of a coach's corner situation and understanding how the rules work in the NFL. Is this a catch?
No.
You know what it was ruled? It was ruled a fumble.
Interesting.
I don't know how with the new rules.
Caught. Ball's got to get to his forearm, in my opinion. And never
had time to make a football move on top of it.
That's why the Seahawks are winning.
Yeah. But that's an incomplete pass. And all of NFL ever. Yeah. I don't know that. I think at least since we've started watching NFL, I think they call that in college, high school. That might be a fumble. But I mean, even then though, he's never making he doesn't ever get his right. So the foot's down there, that's fine, but he's never making a move, and that ball is never tucked. It's never tucked or fully caught. That's an incomplete pass. No, absolutely. Bad call, NFL. What's new? No, let's pull it up. You can't hear it. You have to go see her, and you have to do these. Yes, they're NFL team amazing. Weekly spoofs, and she just absolutely kills it every week. And then the last little bit of news I wanted to talk about before we get to you is Jeff Saturday's the head coach of interim Colts. Head coach for the Indianapolis Colts. He has 0 coaching. Say it louder for those in the back. 0 coaching experience except for at the high school level where he went 3-7 back in 2020.
Oh.
3-5. Sorry, I apologize. Did it matter?
Right. No. Also, like, explain to me. I haven't taken a deep dive into this. There's a lot of issues with this, obviously, on very many levels. I just don't understand how that decision can be made to name an interim head coach, because I assume only because he's being named interim is why that can happen so fast without the interviews.
Yeah, correct. But once they're
without
interim,
the Rooney
you
rule,
can easily. I don't think as interim you can remove that
without having Rooney rule.
I think so.
Interviews.
I think so.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Right.
We'll look that up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kind of the point I was getting.
But my biggest issue with this is just like he's coming from the booth, or he's coming from the studio. Love Jeff Saturday. I think he's a great guy. Always had a great relationship with Peyton Manning. Great football mind, I'm sure, specifically from an offensive perspective. Played center, quarterback of the offensive line.
Definitely going to run
similar to a middle linebacker on defense. They're going to make a lot of the calls. They're going to understand blocking schemes. They're going to understand play calling. Should be great with the running backs if Taylor's healthy, that type of thing. But like the Colts have a lot bigger issues than that, and it's just a bad look. As if the Colts weren't a bad enough look as it is this year. And then their owner, Jim Irsay, is very outspoken and has been like very outspoken on the Snyder issues with the Washington Commanders and all of that stuff going on. And like just to pull this kind of out of your hat, I mean, clearly this is a him move. No other person is going to be able to pull this off from a football leadership standpoint than the owner.
Right.
So Jeff Saturday, hey, come out of the analyst studio and
come coach this football team.
Interim head coach, which I have no doubt that like Saturday can't go into the locker room and create some type of camaraderie with the team. However, first of all, we have no coaching experience. Second of all, whether you do or don't know the playbook, you don't know what day in and day out looks like now with the team or how much you're changing that. Now, is it easier for a guy that has semi-recently played? Probably. And then, like, what are you doing with your other coaches on staff and what is their feeling?
What about all the logistics he has to deal with?
He's just coming in. I have trouble, like, it's hard to turn down an NFL head coaching job. So, like, I have trouble telling him he should have
especially
said
for
no.
the team he played for forever.
Correct.
Okay, that's also true.
So, like, that comes into play 1,000%.
Right.
But, like, you're being set up for epic failure. If you actually want to be an NFL coach and a successful one
if this
one
is
day,
your career path,
you don't take this job.
No, you don't.
So
you don't unless you know there's things that we don't know that he knows.
Right.
But I doubt that. However, I do think this experiment, I believe it'll actually work. And the reason for that is typically coaches have...
Dude, they have Sam Ellinger at quarterback. Stop.
No, Matt Ryan's coming back. You
did say that.
You start Matt Ryan, and I believe that's what Jeff Saturday will do. I don't know how you
Taylor has to be healthy in order for this whole thing to work.
You're not wrong.
He's not right now.
There'll be more running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He can make that decision without knowing the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
He can make a lot of these football decisions, and that's what Irsay was saying was he can make football decisions without having any baggage or experience because he's just going to make the football play.
Right.
The Colts need just football because whatever they've been doing experiment-wise has been awful.
I mean, don't you think they were tanking?
Yeah, when you sit Matt Ryan, I thought, no, that's...
Sam Ellinger's not an NFL quarterback. Nor have I ever thought he would be. I'm surprised. Like,
no.
When I found out he was the Colts backup, I would have told you that I would not have anticipated him being in the league ever.
Third stringer, practice squad guy.
Exactly.
That's the best, his ceiling in my opinion.
So,
and then he comes in and then,
right.
Like, hell, huh?
Yeah.
No. So, I believe
so. You think there's a chance for success here?
I think it'll be success. And success to me is how many games are left? We got 7 games.
Is it winning any football games or is it just being competitive? Because right now they're not competitive.
No, they'll win 3 football games. Okay. And to me, that's successful.
In 7 or 8 games, however many,
whatever minutes left.
Yep.
Yeah. 3 of 7. Yeah, they'll go 3 and 4. If Taylor's healthy, they could win more. They have the talent.
I'll take the under
of 3.
Yeah.
Well, shitty shot it.
Well, yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah,
write her down. They'll win 3. As long as Matt Ryan starts quarterback. Since they cannot start Ellinger.
Whoa, we got way too many caveats.
There's no caveats. It's 3 wins over under.
Where do I need to put this?
As long as Matt Ryan's the starter, because there's no snowball's chance in hell that I will take this bet with Ellinger as their freaking quarterback, which was a terrible idea to start.
But that's like part of my under.
Oh, well. 2.5 it then.
No, 3.5.
No.
2.5 it? That doesn't make any sense.
2.5. 2.5. But yeah, he's got to be. If it's Ellinger, I'm going down to 2. That's why I said that. Because, no, thank you. All right. Oh, we'll just throw this up here as we do this. Hey, Tiger's going to tee off. Look at that. That's Tiger.
Yeah,
Tell me it's not.
Just look at him. Chills.
I
literally got freaking goosebumps.
Tell me that's not.
Then watch the swing.
There's nothing here that says it's not Tiger.
Except for
the fact that he's a little
It's a 4-iron. And it's a
off the tee. Which, by the way,
it's a wood stinger.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Think. Ding. Early tee pickup.
And twirls it.
Oh, by the way,
the
Dad,
cart.
clean my club.
Dad walking back to the cart.
Oh, yeah. I should.
Old man Woods, as we call him. Kind of limping a little bit, honestly.
Well, I looked into it a little more. He's always going to have a limp because of the surgery. His leg is shorter than the other one.
That makes sense.
So they said if he wants to, not have that limp, he's going to have to get
lengthening surgery or whatever.
No, he'll have to get lifts in his shoe.
Oh.
But as a golfer, I don't know if that feels right.
Right. Whatever. You just
but think about that. If your leg is shorter and you're in golf, so how good he is with a shorter leg on top of it.
Yeah.
But that's why.
Exactly.
All right. We diverge. Anything else?
No, I think that it's cool. We hit a lot of bases today, and we got a shitty shot bet in there.
Sure did. We haven't had a lot of those side bets in a while. Yeah. All right. College football week 11.
Week 11. Let's see here.
Did you vote yet?
I did.
I'm going to vote after this, actually. We'll just take the boys.
Yeah?
You got to get your... you got a sticker?
I'm not a sticker wearer, but...
Neither. But you voted. It's important. Very important to go vote.
I voted today.
Good.
In Elkhart, Iowa.
Elkhart.
That's
where you have to go?
Yep, because it's closest to my house.
Oh, that's fair.
Yep.
Ours is like...
the old community center. There's never a line. It's actually glorious, I'll be honest.
They changed ours. Ours used to be at the community center. Mm-hmm. No lines. And now it's at a church, which is also then closer to our house.
Oh, nice.
So...
like that.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But at 7, I'll probably get home 7:15. We get there 7:15, 7:30. I don't think there's going to be a line.
Close at 8?
Yeah. Yep. I don't think there's going to be a line anyway.
Should be all right.
But
very nice.
Do your specific right as an American. Unless you have a felony and there's other issues. But
right.
Go vote. Go vote.
If you can.
You can do. All right.
Here we go. College football week 11, and it is grim. There's a couple of playoff
things
implication type of games.
Yeah, basically for the team, don't lose.
Right. So let's start at the bottom and work our way up here. First game is number 6 Oregon is traveling to number 24 Washington. Oregon, 13.5-point favorites on the road. 72.5 points is the total.
We didn't tell them it's Maction tonight.
Well, it was Maction last week too.
Yeah, but gotta remind them. Week 2 of Maction, Eastern Michigan tonight. Coach Creighton, let's get it.
The Maction teams haven't been as exciting this year. We haven't had as many Maction overs. No, so Maction unders. Maybe that's a new thing?
No, don't go with it.
Ryan would.
Prove it. Yeah, Ryan would, absolutely. All right.
So Oregon,
72
Washington.
and a half?
72 and a half. I mean, I'm going to have pretty brief feelings on all of these games. I don't know if you want to start and add a little more flavor, or if you want me to, and then you can
I'm trying to
try to...
I thought it was a night game.
Go from there, but...
Well,
I have no faith in Washington having any chance of keeping up with Oregon the way that they've been playing.
13
and honestly, on like both sides of the ball.
Hey, FanDuel and DraftKings are on point together, so.
All right.
Yeah,
I think we're all taking Oregon.
Yeah, that's
Oregon on the money line.
By the way, Ryan said he'll get us his picks, so we'll definitely.
We're going to assume that one.
But we're going to assume that one.
The spread, I am also going to take Oregon. 13.5, 2 touchdowns is not enough. I think they win by maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns. Don't really care that the game's at Washington. They're just not that talented. It's not. It's proven against.
I typed it wrong.
Oh, it's in Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
72.5 though. Do you think Washington?
I just don't think Washington can.
I don't think they can score.
So I'm gonna be on a 72.5 under.
Well, you know me when it hits the 70s.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. And how do you feel about Oregon running away?
Yeah. Sorry, Washington. I picked you earlier in the season. You dropped the ball.
Yep. And they haven't looked great. I mean, they've battled since, but not against anybody who's remotely decent. That's got potential for a goon lock, I feel like.
Yeah. So both of us, Oregon under.
Yes. Next game up from the deep scrub of college football games in Week 11 is UCF at Tulane, number 22, Central Florida.
Hey, Tulane is undefeated.
Going to undefeated Tulane, the Green Wave.
This is where...
As they are.
This is where game day should have been.
Tulane -2. Yes. Are they in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again. And that's only because of TCU.
Right.
It should be in Tulane. There's just no way around that. Yeah. So number 22 UCF traveling to Tulane down Nolens. Number 16 Tulane 2.5 favorites, 52.5. Whoa. DraftKings has it at 55. I wonder if the line jumped on FanDuel. It was 52.5, folks.
It's up to 55 on DraftKings?
Yeah, so I'm assuming something jumped. I'm going to check FanDuel. Give it all checksies.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Didn't have that one on my radar.
Why not? It's not something I'm picking. I don't know anything about it.
I love Tulane in that game. I think UCF's overrated.
When are they playing?
Probably on like Thursday.
No, it's 2:30. 54.5 now. So it jumped 2 points since I did this morning.
Oh.
So
big points coming.
Think about that. Any bets you want to make right now? Any good boosts right now?
Still 2.5 though?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, still 2.5.
I've got Tulane.
Yeah,
I've got Tulane as well covering.
At 2.5 at home?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and throw that in there. I know nothing about their scoring, though.
No.
Zero. So I'm just going to get this quick research. This is as much research Stewie does. Just going to look up what the points have been scored for these teams. Let's see. UCF 35, 25, 13, 70. That doesn't count. It's Temple. 41, 27. So they're averaging 30. Okay.
Yep.
Against football teams.
Mm-hmm.
Tulane at 27, 38, 45, 24, 27, 30 max again. So these guys are maxing out at 60. What are you thinking?
I'm taking the over.
You know what? I'm going to go the under.
I'm going to take the over and what's going to be the best football game of the weekend.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Of the 3 we're picking, you mean?
Just of the weekend.
Okay.
This comes down to overtime.
Dang, he's cold.
And Tulane wins in the third overtime on a 2-point conversion, 48-46. So
I don't have those specifics, but I do know that there's a storm brewing down there. Yeah. So whether it's cold weather, wind, or rain, I think that's what keeps it under.
All right, fair enough.
I don't not have a score prediction.
That means you looked at the weather.
I just looked it up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I had known that there's a potential hurricane coming into Florida.
Okay.
So I kind of went with it.
All right, game of the week.
By the way, in our temperature goes from like 68 to 30.
Yeah, and then 20, and then 16.
Like from like 68 to 30, like in one day.
Mm-hmm.
One day to the other.
Correct. TCU, Texas, game of the week.
Game of the week.
Game day is in Austin this week. Texas, number 18, right now in the AP poll against number 4 TCU, undefeated TCU.
What was
Texas,
that again? Undefeated
TCU. 5-3 Texas. I mean, 7-3 Texas. What? I mean, give me a record for Texas.
I'm still trying to
7-point favorites.
When is this?
Are the Longhorns at home? It'll be the.
I need to start putting the times.
Probably the noon game. No, it's 6:30. So night game for Texas. 7-point favorites at home. 64.5 is the total. Texas getting. I mean the money's even on -7.
Hey, they're 6-3. So you hit the 3, right?
TCU is plus 220 to win this game outright as undefeated number 4 team in the country against a Texas team who has not beat anyone this year, especially in a game that mattered. Why?
I don't know, but I'm riding all over TCU. I promise you that.
All right. Money line?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, Ryan will hedge this for sure.
Oh, he's 100% hedging.
You and I are both on TCU all the way. Texas, you got to.
Well, because they beat K-State.
It's fine. I mean,
they also lost to Oklahoma State.
If K-State would have not played Martinez, they would have won the game.
You're not wrong.
No.
Yeah. No.
Quarterback's better.
There's no. TCU. 64.5. That one. Give me the over. Big 12 over. I don't see.
35. 31. Damn it.
Oh, man. Yep.
It's got to go over.
Yeah, it does. Give me those horned frog.
Yes. So we're both on TCU in the over of 64.5. TCU getting 7 points as the number 4 undefeated team in the country at Texas, who hasn't proven that they can beat their way out of a wet paper bag this year. So
beat themselves.
They can beat themselves. They're good at that.
Hey, did you know Nebraska's playing Michigan this week? 29.5 is the spread.
Yeah, there's some big numbers out there this week. And I was on the side of the big numbers. All right. So not a ton of strong thoughts again on the games of the week. Like I said, my strong feeling was on a game that I have no clue of either team. So take that for what it's worth and do not bet it.
Nah, ride with it. You'll be fine.
A couple other games of interest, a few of which I will be riding here. Alabama, Ole Miss is this weekend. Is Ole Miss not rated?
Oh, I know.
That doesn't make any sense because Alabama's not a 10.
Well, new rankings are coming out tonight.
Oh, in 11 minutes.
Yeah, so.
Well,
no, they're 11.
10-11, right?
10-11.
Okay, so on FanDuel, they only rank the top 10. That's, I think, the issue that was popping up. So this is number 10 versus number 11. Arguably a game we should have in our betting pod.
How did I miss that?
Should we add it in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did I miss that? Where is it? 2:30. I just skimmed over it.
Okay.
I apologize.
Alabama at Ole Miss. We're going to add one in here. That total is 63.5. Still 63.5.
It's 11.5 on DraftKings, by the way.
And
11.5.
Yeah. Ole Miss is getting 11.5 at home.
Yeah.
Ole Miss isn't that great a football team, though.
I mean, why do you say that?
Comparative to the two teams who, per our conversation earlier, Alabama has not played great and still had chances at the very end of the game to win. Ole Miss is not on the level of either of them.
No, I mean, no, but they score points.
So
they score points.
Give me Bama in the money line.
Yeah, absolutely, Bama money line. Said that last week though.
11.5 is a lot. Ole Miss at home during the day. Alabama's got. I mean, Ole Miss has a lot to play for. They went out. They're going to have a chance to be in the playoff at this point. They have winning out.
Correct.
So a lot to play for. But Alabama really they either have nothing to play for, meaning in a good or a bad way. Nothing to lose, I should say.
Right.
That being the case, I'm taking Bama on a route.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't.
Just the feeling that I have.
That's fine. I just can't. It'd probably be a backdoor cover by Ole Miss, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Bama's defense, they do not have the killer instinct this year. And not because they mentally don't. They just physically.
That's fair.
63.5 though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm going to take the over. I see this as like a 45-24 type of game.
I mean, Ole Miss can score.
I just see Bama, this game getting out of hand early. Bama still has studs, and they have way more studs than Ole Miss does. I just see them
by half of the team.
Right.
I really don't like taking overs, but
SEC under.
I would love to say that, but I can't. I can't in this one.
Over.
That's not the
over. There it is.
That's not the butt.
There it is.
All right.
So we got number 10, Alabama. Number 11, Ole Miss. Stoy is feeling an Ole Miss backdoor. We both got the over. I've got Alabama on a route. We both have Alabama winning. On to our best bets for college football for the week. Moneyline lock, minus 200 or better. I'll start it out. Pittsburgh is playing at Virginia. They are minus 182, and I will take Pittsburgh to win that game.
Absolutely.
All day. Can't believe that is such a. It's minus 182, but that feels like a too easy. I don't think the weather's probably supposed to be great, but Virginia is not a good football team.
Virginia is they're poor at football. No. I'm gonna ride the hot hand. Give me LSU minus 155 over Arkansas.
And that will parlay me right into my spread lock. LSU, again, another SEC matchup this week. Right off a huge win at home against Alabama. Does have to travel to Arkansas. Very physical team. Probably put up a little bit of a fight in the first half. I think LSU ultimately is just a better football team, more talented, deeper football team. They're minus 3, so I will take LSU and the minus 3 in my spread lock for the week.
Absolutely.
Against Arkansas.
Absolutely. I'm going to the Armed Forces. I'm going Navy. Plus 17 on Notre Dame. That's a lot of points, in my opinion. Yes, Notre Dame may or may not have scored a lot last week, but they just usually don't. And they're going to have to deal with getting just triple option to death.
Fair enough. Over under locks. Staying in the SEC this week for me.
Wow.
Mizzou is traveling to Tennessee with a Tennessee team that's not very happy.
No.
And two teams that can put up some points. That line is a little mysterious to me. I don't know what the weather looks like. It's only 56.5 though. Tennessee might hang 56
themselves.
Yeah. And Missouri's they can score 20 or 30 against Tennessee's defense. So I'm surprised this game isn't closer to 70. So I will take the Mizzou at Tennessee.
Did you see the spread to the Indiana
over
State?
56.5?
Was that on your paper? It's 40.
Ohio State, Indiana. Where's that game? Yeah, it's got to be weather related. They don't think Indiana's going to score
a point, which is why give me the over under. It's 57.5. I'm going under.
It's 57.5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With a 40 spread. No, 40 is the spread.
I got you. Yeah, 39.5.
40. No, 40. It's 40 on DraftKings. 40.
So this is
Indiana at Ohio State.
At Ohio State.
That's a lot of points in a conference game.
And we've got to remember that there's been some crappy weather. There was some crappy weather last weekend, wind and stuff. But this is going to be the first weekend in a lot, specifically Midwest football, that it's just going to be cold.
And guess what happens when cold weather comes? You don't score points.
Mm-hmm. You're too cold.
40?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It'd be one thing if it's been cold, but we haven't experienced any cold at all.
We're not even ready for it. Let's be real.
So,
D1 pick. Mine's an easy one.
Yeah, so is mine.
I'm gonna go ride with TCU.
Why is that not?
What'd you do?
I want a hyperlink.
How did you do that?
I didn't put a space. You've got TCU plus 220 at Texas.
I'll take 225.
Yeah.
Thank you, DraftKings.
All right. I'm going to jump on the beat the shit out of Clemson bandwagon. And Louisville, unfortunately, the thing I don't like about this is that they're going to Clemson. But Clemson they might be more out of the college football playoff than Alabama, or should be. Got embarrassed by Notre Dame, who has some bad losses this year, last week. So I've got Louisville at plus 220, beating at Clemson, finding a way to win that game. I don't like Clemson. They can lose every damn game.
And they're my playoff pick, but for sure. What are you doing?
F is going on. I'm emailing.
How did you get to the email?
Yeah, I'm sending it to Mizzou. Yeah,
Mizzou at 10. Oh, 56.5. All right.
No, I don't want to save my changes.
What? How many did you do?
I don't know. However many times I clicked on it, I was trying to delete it. IT.
Oh, Ryan, you need to come back.
Baby, come back.
Who are you picking again?
I don't want it to be hyperlinked.
Put it next to it. We'll fix it later. Because you clearly pushed a button.
It's fine.
Other news, I have to get my wisdom teeth out tomorrow.
Oh.
All 4 of them.
Yikes.
So go home and eat a lot of food because I won't be able to eat food for a week.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
I'm not excited. I'm excited but not excited. But all right.
There we are. College football. Jumping into the NFL.
NFL.
Week 10.
Picks.
Some interesting football games. I'm not going to say good.
No, they're interesting.
Yep. First up's you, Thursday Night Football in the Battle of the hideousness.
Hey.
What color are you going to be wearing on Thursday Night Football? Are you guys going in
they didn't release
in your all whites against their teal blues? Falcons running into Carolina, 3-point favorites against the Panthers and the Fighting PJ Walkers.
It's not good. Yeah, we're going all whites.
Yeah. Thursday Night Football. It's got to be some type of special uniform.
It's not. That's our normal all whites.
Well, I mean, but like they're going to make you wear something that's like, it's not dual colored.
Right.
Thursday Night Football, you have to wear one color.
Yeah, the color.
I assume they were wearing their blues, their Carolina blues. They're all blues, which I actually like. I like that jersey matchup.
I like their blacks.
So we'll see. Might be the most intriguing part about this matchup.
It's going to be ugly football.
Yeah.
I can promise you one thing. It will be ugly football. I need to look at the weather.
43.5 is the total. Falcons favored by 3 on the road. Again, against the Panthers.
When do they play?
Thursday night, bud. First game in the NFL lineup. I'm riding my Falcons.
It's raining.
I am riding my Falcons, and I'm riding the
80% chance rain, 12-mile-an-hour winds.
I'm riding the under.
Give me the Falcons. Falcons under. This is going to be a run the football game. That's something we can really do. Don't think the Panthers can.
As long as you don't fumble. Oh, damn it.
Why would you do that? Hey, PJ Walker not being able to handle the snaps.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Baker will come in at halftime, make this thing interesting at the end, but ultimately land it under.
All right. Next up, we got Ryan's Minnesota Vikings on the road in cold, shitty weather in Buffalo.
I can't wait to see that.
Looks like rain from what I can see in that forecast. 6.5 is the number there. It was 5.5 earlier.
Rain.
Did it go down to 5?
No rain, just 40 degrees.
Check FanDuel. It was 5.5 when I checked earlier. You've got it at 6.5 on here.
Well, I'm sorry. I did it this morning.
I know. I just want to make sure we're getting the right numbers.
FanDuel, you said? It's 5.5 on DraftKings.
Yep. Check FanDuel real quick. Real quick. Come on.
It has to
go faster.
I can't. I cannot go that fast. That's NHL. That's not NFL. Oh, son of a. Who are we talking about? 5.5.
5.5. Buffalo Bills favored 5.5.
I think that goes
at
lower.
home against the Vikings. You think what?
I think this goes lower, and this is part of what I wanted you to talk about.
45.5.
No, I don't think that goes lower. I think the spread goes lower.
Gotcha.
Because of said quarterback's elbow forearm issue. Josh Allen.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I don't know where I put that clip. Anywho,
is he gonna play?
He got hit,
as he was
back,
extended,
and then threw forward.
Mm-hmm.
As a quarterback, I know how that feels from like a pitching situation, but as a quarterback, that can't feel good.
Well, you're stressing a lot of different things there. First of all, you're putting stress as you're loaded. You're putting stress on rotator cuff, everything at the shoulder itself. Then you're also putting stress on the elbow. So you've got a combination because he put stress from getting hit here, but then he actually got hit here. So you're possibly dealing with two different issues. Again, they're not going to really tell us that.
No.
But yeah, honestly, I completely forgot about that.
Because that could affect grip from a forearm situation.
Yeah.
Obviously throwing strength because that's shoulder and elbow. Is
he questionable at this point?
Well, I don't know. I'll look it up. It's Tuesday. They don't throw those things out until now.
I mean, he's not even going to maybe or maybe not practice until tomorrow.
Correct. So it doesn't matter. We won't know.
Do we need to caveat that? But I promise what's your feel on that?
I'm telling everyone that you want to see this line change throughout the week before you pick it.
Right.
All right. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't play, obviously it's a big deal. But even if he's hindered, it's a different game. I think he's hindered regardless. He's not. I don't think he's 100%.
Right.
Because if you saw the end of that game, yeah, he could throw it far, but every throw he was holding it.
Yep.
which is some type of muscle strain at worst.
Right.
So think about that when you.
I'm going to start at the under with that game at 45.5 then.
I agree. Just because the Vikings also still haven't shown to score a ton of points.
Right.
Go give me the Vikings in the spread specifically since it's at 5.5 for us.
I can't disagree with that.
I could ride that one.
My line's healthy. I'm riding the Bills, but I still think Buffalo finds a way to win in Buffalo. They need this game worse than the Vikings do.
That's where I'm at. I think obviously Minnesota's the hotter team. Went just in terms of wins, but Buffalo needs this game, and Vikings don't play as well traveling.
Right.
And now they're back-to-back weeks traveling. So, yeah, both Buffalo, Minnesota under.
Yeah, we both have the Vikings covering, the Bills winning, and under 45.5 on that. The Cowboys are traveling to Green Bay this weekend against the abysmal.
They're not good.
Beat up Packers offense, and
how is it at 5? Because it's at Green Bay.
Yeah, cold. I mean, it's supposed to be like 20 degrees, 16 degrees, something miserable. It's the Cowboys.
36 high.
36 is the high.
Yeah, low.
Okay,
22.
so it's actually gonna be a little bit warmer there than it is here. I didn't see any precipitation. I don't think on
0
Sunday.
wind.
Saturday,
wind
maybe.
9 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know, not great, but not great for a dumb team. They've seen better.
Nonetheless,
Dallas is winning the game.
Taking Dallas to just be able to run the football, control the game like they have all year.
Yes.
42.5
though.
I just don't see this game going over, unless something happens and Green Bay's able to score, which pushes Dallas to have to extend a little bit more than they would want to.
24-17.
Yeah.
Late cover, by the way.
See that as
or not cover.
No, yeah.
It's at 5.
So you've got Dallas winning.
Yeah.
And Dallas covering.
Yeah.
And we're matching again. And I don't like it.
I'm definitely not watching that game.
So you can get tickets to the Packers game now, like
for $1.
100 section for like $150 in Green Bay. Jeez. Playing the Cowboys, which is kind of a 90s rivalry. Those tickets, if you would have tried to buy one of those tickets week 1, would have been $500 plus. Maybe even closer to $1,000.
Because the Packers are bad at football.
By
the way, this went down to 45.5.
My birthday is on Sunday. I almost bit the bullet and bought a ticket and just drove there. I'm actually going to go to the Drake women's basketball game. They play Iowa.
Nice.
On Sunday, I'm going to take my boys to that.
That'll be more exciting.
And only a 50-minute round trip drive instead of 7 hours. Yeah. Well, instead of 14 hours.
Correct.
So yeah,
way better weekend.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Chargers, Niners.
Sunday Night Football. -7, so 49ers are favored at home by a touchdown.
Down to 45.5.
Down to 45?
Mm-hmm.
Weather's supposed to be bad?
I don't.
Both teams supposed to be bad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the answer to that is yes.
Let's see.
Nope, 60 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like
9 miles an hour. They're just not good at football.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're fine. They're average. There's I
just don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. At all.
I hate having confidence in the 49ers.
Coming off a bye, just give me the damn Niners. The Niners are going to win. I'll take them to cover, although I think it'll be a push. Okay, take that. And 45.5 coming down. What can I think of the score is going to be?
You taking the Niners to cover?
Yeah. 27-17 gets me to 44. 27-20? I don't think San Francisco's past 27. Coming off a bye.
I've got this game going over.
Give me the under. I don't like it.
I do see a 27.
I don't like it.
20 type of game. Maybe a late score for San Francisco to put it, to like 31-17.
That's the problem.
Something like that.
But
that gets it over. So
we'll take it. Commanders, Monday Night Football. Woo!
At the Philadelphia Eagles.
So my thing here is, Philly's winning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just this is me talking about, it's a division game, prime time. Last primetime games we've seen have not been blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a division game. Commanders are gonna cover. It's 11 points. Well, 10.5.
10.5. Yep.
11 on DraftKings. They're gonna cover. They're not that bad of a team. They're bad. They're not that bad of a team. They'll grind something out. Eagles coming off a long week, maybe, but I can't do it. I just can't.
Give me Philly.
That's great.
Philly is just going to shut down this offense. This game's staying under, but Philly's going to control this game, win it like 24-10, something along those lines. 27-12,
47 degrees. Yeah, give me under.
Something in there. So I will take the under.
It'll be controlled. They'll control it.
That's 40. 3.5. So, a lot of similarities there. A couple differences. One on the over-under and one on our picks. But for the most part, a lot of chalk there.
Yeah.
We'll see what Ryan has to say about that. And we will get into our best bets for Week 10 in the NFL.
Let's make some money. Oh, boy. DraftKings just locked everything.
Moneyline lock.
That's not good. That means the lines are moving.
I'm going to jump in.
Damn it, DraftKings.
Based on FanDuel. Tennessee at home against Denver. Minus 154. Tennessee coming off a tough loss. I think they get Tannehill back. I don't see that defense allowing Denver to do much. I will take Tennessee to be able to run the football and find a way to win that game.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You were not wrong there. You know what? Bears fans? This one's for you. Give me Bears minus 150 at home. Their offense is starting to click against the Lions.
The Detroit Lions?
Yeah, give me that.
Right.
Lions can't. I mean, we know that their defense is really, really bad.
Here's the worst part. I looked at that game for almost a guaranteed over. I don't know how those teams have been scoring.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Been scoring in the 30s, both teams.
Yeah.
Spread lock. Before you get it, I'm getting there. Seattle gets to go to Tampa Bay and play the bungled Buccaneers, and I will take the 2.5 points that Tom Brady is getting in Tampa with his shit squad. Give me Geno over Tampa outright, but I'll give me both those. All 2.5 of those points.
You're on to something. You little bastard. Well, it changes up the little things I have to pick. How? There's not
a ton.
That's the cleanest one.
Yeah. That, and I like to pick against Tom Brady, and we both like what the Seahawks are doing right now.
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't even be mad if you
double down.
Yeah, double down on that.
I'm gonna have to. There's not much else I like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Over under lock. I am going to Las Vegas for my over under lock. We've got Jeff Saturday coming in. Going going to want to run the football regardless of who's playing quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the Raiders who, I don't know. But I feel like the Colts are going to play hard this week. The Raiders are going to be the Raiders. That number's 42.5. I don't see that many points getting scored. I'm going to take the under of 42.5.
All right, I can dig that.
Indy in Las Vegas.
I can dig that. This one's going against where the money's pushing right now, but Cardinals Rams at 43.5 on DraftKings. Let me see if I can get better. No, still 43.5 over yonder at FanDuel. Have you watched those football teams?
Right.
It's Cards, not Carolina. Give me the under.
43.5?
Under 43.5.
I see that gave me 24-20 all day.
In LA.
And just breaking your heart.
That's fine. It's completely fine.
Under 43.5.
All right, DJ pick.
I got fanboy pick after watching Houston for 2 quarters the other night. Houston is plus 235.
Okay. All right.
Over the Giants, which the Giants are the most overrated team in football.
Is that a rivalry talk or like actual think talk?
That's just like the Giants are due to lose a game.
Yes.
That
against someone who's not as good. Yes,
right. Like they're due to play down to their competition.
Yeah.
I think Houston is trending in the right direction. Like they don't look like a team who's throwing in the towel or anything like that. Again, might be a close game that they end up losing, but ultimately, like I think that's a battle that if Mills can make a couple plays, they can create a couple turnovers from Jones. That's a game they can win at plus 235 over the New York Football Giants.
I don't hate it. Go ahead and give me the Colts plus 230, baby. Let's go. Raiders are going to get up 17 again. Matty Ice is going to come back, win it.
20-17.
Probably.
Wait, what's the number? 42.5? Yep. 20-17. 22-20. They can win on a safety if they want.
Oh, that'd be glorious.
I don't care how they do it. Just stay under 42.5.
It's going to happen.
So you've got the Colts plus 230. I've got Houston plus 235. You've got the Cardinals, Rams under 43.5. I've got the Colts, Raiders under 42.5. Both have the Seahawks, I think, beating the Bucks in Tampa, but they're getting 2.5 points there. And you're a Bears fan this week.
I'm a Bears fan this week.
Against Detroit. And God, that's not a good pick. Tennessee minus 154 against Denver. I'm riding the Titans this week, and that the more I look at it, the less I like it.
Just throw Seattle. Here we are. Double dip on Seattle.
Here we are. So
here we are. Any other?
No, the college football playoff rankings should be out for us to kind of finish up here in the next 5-10 minutes.
Let me just
put our NFL times in here. Did you get that?
Oh no, too many things at once.
Yeah, no, that's what. Trying to be a good wingman.
Appreciate it.
Who's ready? We are ready. Hey, Drake had a bye this week.
They sure did.
You and I almost upset the number 1 team in the country, though.
Oh, really?
South Dakota State. I actually watched quite a bit of that game. Kind of got robbed at the end to have a chance to tie the game up. Bad PI call. Or non-PI call, I guess it would be.
I don't think it's out yet.
No.
It's definitely on 6:30.
Well, I mean, however, it started at 6, so however long they wanted to take to reveal.
No, it literally just came out.
Yeah. Like, did you just get a buzzer?
I just got a buzzer. Just got a buzzer.
Before we see it, any quick predictions?
Georgia.
Georgia won. Yep.
Georgia won for sure.
Ohio State 2? Or Michigan?
Ooh.
Ohio State played an ugly. I mean, you couldn't kick a 25-yard field goal into that wind.
Yeah, give me Georgia, Michigan, TCU, Ohio State.
I'll take Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, TCU. Would you care to round out any top 7, top 8? Or do you just want to go with those 4 for now?
I got the 4 for sure.
Tennessee at 5?
Tennessee.
I mean, they can't drop lower than Oregon, and I think Oregon's going to be at 6.
Tennessee 5, Oregon 6, Bama 7.
No, Bama's dropping.
Oh, no, Bama lost twice now.
Yeah.
I don't know 7, 8.
You're going to
the hell's
have
left?
USC, UCLA, those types of schools.
Yeah, I can't go past 6.
Right. Give me USC at 7. Alabama will be somewhere in the 10 to 12 range, right there with LSU. Illinois lost, so thankfully we don't have to talk about them anymore. Yeah, there's Oregon number 6.
Where's the
Georgia number 1?
Give me the whole thing, okay?
Oh, we were both wrong on number 2, so
that's a bummer. Where the hell is this thing?
So we just click play. Can we even play that? Is that even legal?
I don't know. Probably not.
That's from last week anyway.
Wait, I have the alert. I promise. It is on my phone. Why can I not find it?
I just got the. Let's see if
It's gotta pop up.
There we go.
All right, here we go. Oh, mother of hell. Mother of pearl. Georgia number 1, Ohio State number 2, Michigan 3, TCU 4. Okay.
I did check today. 8.5 is the updated line for Michigan, Ohio State. Ohio State, the favorite there. So
still probably grab it.
Yeah.
Tennessee 5 and then Oregon 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, we screwed up number 2. That's fine. I can see why. Whatever. I also can see not why. This is this makes sense.
Tennessee is 5. Oregon is 6. LSU moved up to 7.
Okay. That's a big jump.
USC 8. UCLA 9 and Alabama 10.
Okay. Interesting. We're getting close.
Not that it. Or no, UCLA is 12. Who's 9?
Who's 9?
So I saw 9 and 0. I don't see who number 9 is. There's USC at 8. LSU at 7. Ole Miss at 9?
It had to be Ole Miss.
Ole Miss at 9. So you actually have number 9 Ole Miss
versus
at
number 10 Alabama.
That's their 11, which is what they are.
Well,
how can we not just show like
how easy it was? Yeah, how do you? I don't know. Right.
Like, it's just
dumb. But so Georgia, Ohio State, TCU, Michigan, Tennessee, Oregon. Of those 6, which 4 make it right now? We'll just do it every week as it updates. We already have our picks, but
Ohio State, Michigan. Do you see Michigan finding a way to beat Ohio State
I do.
In the horseshoe?
I do. Especially if there's weather.
I don't disagree, but I just don't see them going in there and winning. Like, I understand where you're coming from a physicality standpoint.
Yeah.
But no, give me Ohio State, Georgia. I can't see a playoff without two SEC teams. So Tennessee finding a way to win out, and then the winner of the Oregon USC Pac-12 championship game, which at this point actually would have to be, in my mind, Oregon. I think is the better football team top to bottom at this point, which pains me to say. So Oregon Georgia, first round.
Yeah, Oregon wins out, they're in.
So you'd have Oregon, Georgia rematch, which I say that and nobody wants to see that. And then you'd have Ohio State and Tennessee.
That'd be a good one. There'd be a lot of points in that one.
But if TCU doesn't lose, they're going to be in.
TCU doesn't lose, they're in.
Yep. I don't think there's any way you can play the schedule they've played.
What's the rest of Tennessee's schedule?
And the schedules that the other teams have played this year. The SEC is not top to bottom dominant like they have kind of been in previous years. So strength of schedule stuff is...
Well, Tennessee's got Missouri, South Carolina, and Vandy.
Right.
Well, they're going to go ahead and win out.
So that's why I think Tennessee's almost a lock in a lot of ways in my mind.
Unless they lose, which would be the only...
I just don't see that happening.
No. So Tennessee wins out, they're in. Yep. TCU wins out, they're in.
And they're not going to match...
SEC schools to start.
Yeah, Tennessee and Georgia. So you're going to have a TCU Georgia or an Oregon Georgia in my mind.
Yeah.
And then Tennessee versus the Big Ten school.
Yep.
So, like, that doesn't sound exciting. It sounds pretty basic. Of course, college football has a way of slapping us in the face a little bit. But
correct. Something will happen.
That's kind of what I see. Like, I don't see a lot outside the box happening there. I feel like the top teams have been... I just think Oregon is the best team in the Pac-12, and I think that team will get in. And I think Oregon's better than TCU.
Yeah, but undefeated TCU's in.
Yes, 100%. So I think that's what it comes down to.
TCU's got Texas, Baylor, and Iowa State.
Yeah, 3 games they can lose.
3 games they could lose.
3 good wins. Like, even Iowa State, with what they are, Iowa State plays every game close. They cover almost every game within a score. So it would be 100% in Iowa State's identity to win that to go to a bowl game or something along those lines.
Yeah, I agree.
And ruin TCU's season. So and I think if Kansas State gets another crack at TCU in the Big 12 championship,
they'll beat them. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else can at this point, but I think Kansas State is the worst matchup for TCU.
TCU is the worst of the 6 right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's they have really good offense, but
they
don't play the other side of the ball.
Yeah. No, I agree. So there we are.
All right.
Always get the live college football.
Hopefully
updates.
Ryan's not getting puked on next week.
Yeah, hopefully not. And then he'll be in studio.
And we can revamp our NFL football picks because Lord knows we need it.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm not my jaw doesn't hurt too bad, so I can talk. I should be fine, right? That's a week out.
It's fine.
6 days.
I mean, you drink enough.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yep.
Be fine. Okay. As always, share, comment. For some reason, the algorithm hasn't liked our reels lately. We have not had any go off like they have been before. No. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Without Ryan in studio, it's hard. Like, we don't go at each other like we go at Ryan.
That's true.
So
that's true. We need that little spot.
That, and I haven't had anything to get real upset about lately. No. So if the Cowboys go and do something stupid at the Packers or something in college football happens,
I will talk a lot of shit if the Packers beat you.
Or if the Colts do something with Jeff Saturday. There's potential this weekend. So
there's potential this weekend.
Get it back out there. But have a good week, everyone.
Yep.